instead of handing out personality tests on the street, they handed out a story that said, you're encrusted with little spirits suffering from an incident that took place 75 million years ago, and if you come on into our church, we'll cure you of this. I think that there would be a high rate of people saying, no thanks.
Scientology's founder was a man with an imagination. L. Ron Hubbard wrote pulp science fiction for a penny a word, and critics claim manufactured his own life history as well. In 1950, Hubbard turned away from pulp novels with a new book that would change everything.
Read Dianetics, America's #1 self-help bestseller.
It was, Hubbard said, the true science of the mind, and it sold millions. When psychiatrists challenged his claims that Dianetics could heal illnesses and increase intelligence, Scientologists fought back.
Since psychiatry is Russian and Nazi, remember, it's an import. It's like bringing the bubonic plague into America, as far as I'm concerned. They are not American, and we are.
Hubbard said psychiatry was part of a vast conspiracy to destroy his newly formed church and control mankind. Hubbard also announced he had gone beyond psychiatry by literally traveling in space to Venus and Mars and to a distant radiation belt. Hubbard said he had discovered secrets of the universe so powerful they could only be heard by Scientologists who had spent hundreds of hours studying his programs. Anyone else would be struck dead by the knowledge. He told stories of how 75 million years ago, an evil tyrant collected beings on other planets to be stored in volcanoes on Earth. As this film depicts, the spirits' bodies were destroyed by hydrogen bombs, and today their troubled spirits are attached to human bodies by the thousands. Called body thetans, they cause endless problems. Only Scientology knows how to shake them loose.
I really think that instead of handing out personality tests on the street, they handed out a story that said, you know, what's really plaguing you is that you're encrusted with little spirits, and these spirits are suffering from an incident that took place 75 million years ago, and if you come on into our church, we'll cure you of this. I think that there would be a high rate of people saying, no thanks.
I've done a lot of investigative stories in my career, and this thing takes the cake. I have evidence that they've gotten a hold of my personal phone records. They've called up friends, neighbors, a former colleague. I've gotten a visit to my apartment building, which I believe is connected to the story.
It is, critics claim, part of a policy called fair game, in which enemies may be tricked, sued, or lied to, or destroyed. The church acknowledges some of its officials, including Hubbard's own wife, did harass people years ago, but they were convicted, and the practice has stopped. Defectors say it still goes on.
They hire private detectives to harass people. They run covert operations. You name it. They have never quit doing it. They would have to quit being Scientology if they quit doing that.
Vicki Asnaran is a former high-ranking church official who lost a power struggle with David Miscavige over control of the church after Hubbard's death. She is presently suing the church and claims she heard Miscavige order attacks on troublemakers.
He said that we will use public people. We will send them out to the dissidents' homes, have their homes broken into, have them beaten, have things stolen from them, slash their tires, break their car windows, whatever. And this was carried out, and it was being carried out at the time I left.